All right. Hello and welcome, everybody. Super excited to be with you tonight. And tonight we are July 2nd. So, celebrating the 4th of July here in the United States this week. And that's a pretty big and pivotal holiday for many, many people. Basically, in essence, like the day that our country gained its independence from the Brits. And as you're celebrating this week with your loved ones, whatever that means to you, whether you're out eating too much food and purposely being gluttonous, or whether that is you, shooting off fireworks in the name of patriotism, or simply taking some time off. But think about this: is that what would your independence feel like to you? And what would that mean to you, right? And I think, there's lots of different things that we talk about all the time in this country. There's lots of different things that we talk about all this time on this call, but what would your independence mean to you? And a lot of people say things like, I want financial freedom. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck anymore. So I like to spend a little bit more time with that, and with some consideration that then can move into creating clarity. So that's something that's been a huge theme in both my and Kevin's life over the last couple of weeks, is creating clarity. So one of the things that we've learned is that if you ever get into a place in your life where things start to feel hazy, you feel like maybe you don't have direction, maybe you have lack of confidence or some doubt, more often than not, my experience has been is that it's not a function of self-esteem. It's not a function of a lack of skills. It's not a function of no opportunity. It's typically a lack of clarity. So for this week, before we jump into the call, that's really my prompt, is to say, take a few minutes and think to yourself, what would independence mean to you in your life? And so, people oftentimes will say, oh, I want to be financially independent. Well, what does that really mean? And one of the things that I think is super, super true, whether you have built astronomical wealth or empires before, or whether you are looking to expand and do something that you've never done before, is that so often so many of us imagine just having a lot of money. What would it be like to just have a big pile of money? And that could be, $10,000, that could be $100,000, that could be $500,000, it could be $1 million, it could be 5 million. But there is a truth that the more that you're around people that have amassed wealth, is that it does not matter how big of a pile of money that you have, until you really start to get into massive, massive significance. But you can spend almost any amount of money, which doesn't really create freedom. It doesn't really create security, right? So then people will have a conversation of, well, I need to, earn more than I spend. And it's like, okay, for how long, right? One measure of wealth is how long can you go with your current lifestyle, or the lifestyle that you desire, without needing to generate income again, right? So if you have $1 million and you have a $80,000 per year lifestyle, you simply have 12 years of freedom, or your wealth can be measured as 12 years. And so if you're thinking to yourself, well, I'd like to get to the point where I don't have too much month at the end of the money, what does that start to look like to you? Would you like to be able to save $1,000 this month, $2,000 this month, each and every month? Would you like to be able to get to a point where you have assets that you own? Maybe you own them free and clear, without debt or without an obligation to anybody, and those assets can produce continuous income for you. And that's really, one of the markers of freedom, the markers of wealth, is that what do you have to do to create a system, or to create a business, or to create assets, or all of those things that can create enough income for you on a weekly and monthly basis, that regardless of if you feed that fire, if you grow those bigger, it will support you. Once you get to the point where arguably you can, let those systems run and feed them enough so that they don't fall apart, right? If you have a rental house, you need to be able to put a roof on it. You need to be able to put a furnace in it. You need to be able to carry a month's of expenses if you do have a transition in tenants, right? If you have a business like this, you have to be able to feed your leadership. You have to be able to grow new markets. You have to be able to maintain a business. But what would it take for you to get to the point where, you could be on cruise control? And as you think about that number, for a lot of people, that number is going to be $5,000 a month. For others, it's going to be 7. For others, it's going to be 12. For others, it's going to be 20,000 a month, right? And you might be thinking to yourself, my gosh, $20,000 a month could be, just wildly out of control. If that's the case, now realize that what is, far-fetched or a fantasy for you doesn't even get other people's tax bill covered, right? And so, you know, creating independence is nothing more than getting clear about what it is that you want to create, making a plan, right? It's really interesting to think about if you punch a itinerary into a GPS. It does not matter whether it rains. It does not matter whether it snows. It doesn't matter whether you get a flat tire, whether you run out of gas, whether you go the wrong direction for 300 miles. If you eventually continue moving towards where that GPS is pointed, you will get to the destination. And one thing I've learned over the years from, growing businesses and doing business and studying businesses and pursuing mentorship and learning is that 100% of the people who create a map for themselves and follow the map for long enough will get where they're going. So what does your ideal destination look like? What does that independence look like for you in your life? And if it's not clear to you, if you can get clear about what that looks like, then we can help you get clear about what you need to create with this business model, with investing, so many different avenues to be able to have that. So anyway, that's my invitation and prompt for the week. And now what we're going to do really quick is I'm going to go into a short form presentation of what AAO is. And the reason that we want to do this is that you might be looking at this for the first time. And if that's the case, I'm going to, plant a couple of seeds that might be interesting for you to learn more about. You might be somebody who has been consuming this product for a while and now you are ready to, grow to the next level. Or you are somebody who is really looking to move into leadership and you need to kind of expand your ability levels. One of the greatest things that you can do is take time out of your day at a personal level, maybe when you're driving, maybe when you're in the shower somewhere, and start to learn a presentation of your own. There's a saying in the business a long time ago that says the man with the marker, the woman with the marker makes the money. What that simply meant is that if you had a whiteboard and you were in front of people and you were presenting the business, those were the people simply that over time were creating the income. So now we have a lot of different tools besides, of course, a whiteboard and that type of presentation. But the rule remains true that if you're learning and looking for ways to effectively communicate what this opportunity is all about to new people, you will grow income in this business. So really, when I look at what is AAO, it's a couple of different things. You first and foremost, you have a massive, massive trend that exists out there in the world. So what I like to lead with is I like to say, hey, if you had somebody who had found the cure to cancer, do you think that there would be an opportunity to make some money, if you could partner with that? Now, what if that same cure for cancer was something that could be purchased for simply $50 or $100 a month? Is that something that you think that you could go and gain traction in the marketplace? If you promoted whatever that was, do you think that it would be possible to make money? Now, most people, if you ask that question, would say absolutely. Now, what I like to then point out is that, did you know that the number one killer in America and in the developed world is not actually cancer, but it is heart disease? So heart disease and cardiac related events are killing more people than any other thing. And one of the leading causes of that, of course, is a lack of nitrous oxide. So in fact, there was a Pulitzer Prize or a Nobel Peace Prize in the late 90s that was awarded to scientists that discovered that, by using nitrous oxide, by elevating the levels of nitrous oxide in the blood, that you could lower the risk and probability of cardiac related events or heart disease. Now that's incredible. So the reason that I always talk about that is that what is something simple that people can do in order to change their chemistry in their body and to elevate those levels of nitrous oxide? Well, they can take Active Greens. And so Active Greens is a product that is based off of a couple of different incredible compounds. The first is that it is farmed and juiced grass from an ancient seabed in central Utah. So it's an American-made product, patriotic, right? And it's made by American farmers, multi-generational farmers on land that has never been corrupted. It has never been sprayed with pesticides, inorganic. And in fact, it's an ancient seabed. And so what it means is that it's rich in minerals, huge mineral contents, that as the grass is then fertily grown in that soil, it has really, really elevated levels of things like potassium, magnesium, and then there's a process that this particular farm uses to juice this grass live. So many other delivery systems of people that are drinking green juices out there in the world are drinking what are ultimately grass clippings that are then baked and turned into powder. And so what we have here is a farm that has not only this rich soil, not only this organic process, but then they cut it, take it straight to the juicer, juice the greens straight out of it, and then freeze dry the greens down into a powder. So you have an extremely potent base to this product. Now add nitrous oxide, which is going to help, of course, with the cardiovascular aspect of it. And then the third part of it is to add adaptogens to the mix to help bolster the immune system. So we have this incredible product that is really, really unique. It's a blend that is superior to other products that are on the market. In fact, it might be superior as far as having 2 or 3 different compounds in it rather than single products. And what's amazing about this is that it is offered for $59 for 30 days worth of product. So the product really is the crown jewel of what AAO is, of what Active is all about. Now, one of the things that you'll notice is that if you're going to promote a product, especially in today's day and age, there's a level of skepticism that is met with that. What we have nitrous oxide strips that people can test themselves, not guess, so they can get an idea of where their nitrous oxide level might be simply by doing a saliva sample, then taking the product and then testing again to really notice that there's a tangible benefit to simply just consuming even one stick of product. So that conversation becomes very, very easy, because what we know is that we know that the vast, vast majority of people in the Western world are down on their nutrition, they're up on their pesticides, and they need something. And it's a very easy way to talk about something that they can get many, many missing nutrients that they're not getting at a very affordable cost with exceptional quality. And that really is the opportunity, but it goes one step further than that. The company said, we want to grow by incentivizing people to share the good word. And so what they're willing to do is they're willing to pay a commission for a referral every time that a bag of this product is sold. But it gets better than that. They're willing to not only just pay a commission, they're willing to pay up to, I know you think I might say 50%, but they're willing to pay up to 67% on first orders and 50% of the total dollars spent on every order after that. Which, when you look at what else exists out there in the space of health and wellness, when you look at affiliate marketing, when you look at internet marketing, when you look at Amazon drop shipping, if you look at direct selling, the margins are absolutely unbelievable. And they said this is a type of product that requires explanation. It requires people to test, not guess, and to really help people understand the benefits of it. So in order to spread the good word, we're going to compensate people aggressively to do exactly that. But wait, there's more. So what you can do is you can go out and you can now take a product that you're enjoying consuming yourself, that's helping you on a daily and weekly basis. You can share it with people that you know and love and wish better health and wellness upon. And you can start to gather commissions to the tune of 50% per month per order to start to create an income. Now, I know what you're thinking. Can I make money on more than 5 or 10 orders? And the answer is yes, it's unlimited. You can make as much money as you want by as many people as you can help get started and continue to consume the greens on a monthly basis. So imagine, what if you could add 5 new customers per month and to the tune of $25 per bag per month, right? So if you could start to add $125 per month to your income, let me ask you this. If you're going to a full-time job right now, what model do they have in place so that each and every next month you can get paid on work that you did the month before and the month before that? You can get paid on sales that you brought to the company the month before that and the month before that, and you can continue to add to that income. That is just such an exciting thing because it's so uncommon out there in the marketplace. And then there's one more aspect to this before I turn it over to our friend Kevin, who's going to talk to you a little bit about getting started in the business. If this is the first time that you've heard this, or you're getting started, working in your program, is that there's one more step. And this is where it gets really, really exciting. The company, in its wisdom, understands that you can grow linearly or you can grow geometrically. And what that means is, have you ever looked at a curve that goes up and to the right? That is the nature that every company in the world wants to go, up and to the right. And even better than that is that there's two ways to go up and to the right. You can go up and to the right linearly, which means that basically you can just have a nice steady incline like this, up and up and up and up, or you can go up and to the right like a hockey stick, like this. And we've all seen companies like an Amazon or a company like a Facebook or a Tesla that have had small, slow, incremental growth, day 1, day 10, year 2, year 5, year 7, and then rapid, massive growth as they start to grow into critical mass. Now, if you want to create geometrical growth, you have to focus on something called multiplication, not addition. So it's pretty exciting already to look at and say, hey, what if every single month I could add new customers to earn my commission on, on top of the customers that I've already brought to the company, but how do we really start to go exponentially? And the way that you start to go exponentially is that when you have your customers bringing more customers. So every business in the world has what's called a customer acquisition cost. And if you can get your customers to have a good experience with a product, a good benefit from a product, and also be incentivized to bring more customers, now what happens when you start to multiply 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, or 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, or 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, and wait, there's more. So you're thinking to yourself, well, this sounds good. I want everybody to drink this product. I want my customers to refer to customers, because there is a program in the business where customers can gather free product simply by just referring other customers to Active Greens to consume this wonderful product. But there are also opportunities for influencers to grow businesses of their own. So who's an influencer? Simply anybody who wants to influence other people to drink Active Greens. That's it. Now, how big of an influencer do you want to be? That's for you to decide. Do you want to affect 10 people to drink this product? Do you want to affect 100 people to drink this product? Do you want to affect 10,000 people to drink this product? The way to go from 10 to 100 to 1,000 to 10,000 to 100,000 is, of course, through multiplication. And so simply by growing what we call a matrix, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, the first step is to help people get on this wonderful product. The second step is to help people generate a profit by simply referring other customers. And then the third step is to help people start a hockey stick of their own by enrolling 3 of the right influencers that they want to partner with, so that they can then get their team started. And here's what happens. Once you have a team, you can gather an override on every single stick of product that is consumed in perpetuity from anybody that is in that chain of dominoes. So what that means is that if you enroll a Brad, who enrolls a Christy, who enrolls a Fred, who then enrolls a chain of 10 people all the way to the Philippines, and suddenly now you have someone in the Philippines who's referring tens of thousands of individuals to drink Active Greens on a daily and weekly basis, you can earn an override on each and every one of those things. And that is how you can have a business that becomes forever green. You can have a business that then grows in a hockey stick, so that your income can start to multiply year over year, month over month, and you can create something incredible, all while starting part-time, and all while starting for literally just the cost of product that you want to taste and share yourself. So if that sounds exciting to you, what I'm going to do is have you hang around for a second here. We're going to hand it over to Kevin. Kevin's actually one of the founding distributors, of founding influencers of this company, and was there at the inception of this company before there was a website and before there was a package, when there simply was just a vision and a powder of greens. And he's going to tell you exactly what he did and what to do if you want to get started growing an influencer business of your own with Active. So Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Peyton, and thank you guys for watching this. If I took you back to that moment, I would say, why not this? And my answers would be simple, like, why not this? Cheaper than its mainstream competitors, more compounds, better product, better nutrition, better soil, better product, better price. You get to give the better service and gain a bunch of customers. But most people, I think the statistic was in the United States, $100 to $200 is the average person of what they make with their given wage in a day. So if you looked at this, like every 4 to 8 customers that take our product and continue to take our product, that's like you getting a day back in your life. And it keeps happening month after month after month. Why not this, the opportunity that you have here to make money that keeps coming in? How many opportunities have you had in your life that were more than just make money and then it stops. But the idea to make money and keep making money over again, that's really blessed my life in this life, having money that keeps coming in again and again and again. So I'd invite all of you to ask the same questions that I asked. I said, why not this? Then I said, why not now? And I thought, I'm the type of person that, I get stuck in patterns. I may, it's that saying that says, if you go on doing what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. If somebody's always talking about someday in the future, well, someday will never happen for you, because another day will go by, and then that'll be 5 years and 10 years. And time just keeps happening. And so as that continues to happen, you think, when would today be a good day to get started? When would now be a good time to get started? And so the aspect of now, it's like, look at the world, look at the economy. Inflation is higher than it's ever been. Gas prices cost more, shipping costs more people are buying things online. The idea that you could utilize the people that the people that could benefit from having nitric oxide in their compound and other compounds in their diet, and being able to take something that covers almost everything the human body needs in a day. And they could take that forever, and you could benefit from that. Everyone's buying things from influencers online now. You have your chance to do it, but in real life, the economy isn't doing so good. People need opportunity. People need a side gig. People need to make money. Some people need to replace income. If you're looking for a home run, this is a wonderful home run that you could utilize. Grab a few of your friends, find the right three, make a plan, get going. What would you do if you got started? Why not you? You could make this happen in such a way that it's like generationally changes your whole entire family. Like, you could retire someone through something like this. And the crazy part is, you did the work one time and it continues to pay you. So the first thing I would do is I would go to the website and I would buy a bag of Active Greens. If I'm wanting to do it as a business, I'd get a couple bags. There's an $89 option. It gets you 2 bags, a bunch of test strips, and you get started. I would mail out 1 whole bag of product in, say, 2 or 3 sticks in an envelope. And that's either 10 people or 15 people, depending on how you shake it. Text, call, whatever. Hey, I'm sending you something in the mail. You've got to check this out. And then I'd send a video out to every one of those people that I believed in. And I would then send a video out and I'd say, hey, I want you to take a couple minutes and check this out. I think there's a way we can make some money here. And I think this is something that we should be taking. And just see who you can acquire as customers, find the right 3, and then we're going to help them do the same thing. And when you've done that, you're already making $300 a month. If everyone's buying $89 a month, that's 3 that got 3, 12 people, $89 a month. Now, if you want to make $1,000 a month, that's the next benchmark, because that's that would be Active 1000. At the Active 1000, $1,000 a month is you get 3, and then you help them get their 3, and you help those people do the same. That's 39 people. 39 people, you're making $1,000 a month, and you're blessing 39 people's lives with a product that they should be taking that they just didn't know about yet, and it saves them money. Or go out and get some customers. If you have a customer and they get 3 customers of their own with their username link thing, and they send that out and they get 3 customers, the company just sends product to them every month, and you get paid a little bit of override on their customers. So depending on how you want to do it, you would share this with as many people as it takes to get the right 3. Get on our Facebook page so you stay in touch with everything. We do this call every week. We have the YouTube channel. You can get what you need from there, and then just go to work. Share this with as many people. Extra credit if you want to send it to even more people. And if you see a vision here, you can send your idea, your vision to them, and invite people. Sometimes it's timing. I always feel like when someone says no, they're not interested, or they ghost me or something, it just means not now. It's a timing issue. It's like the time will be right in their life. They'll reach back out to you. It'll align when it does, but put forth the effort and the work this week to get that going, and then get profitable fast. I don't know very many businesses you could start for under $100 that have the ability to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month if you desire. So I would invite you to get started. Why not you? Why couldn't you change the generational lineage? For you to be here right now, you had to have 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great grandparents, and the line goes up 4 or 5 more generations to hundreds of people's life sacrifice just so you could get a chance at life right now. You could be the one that changes your stars for your family. It's inside of you. If you choose to utilize that, maybe this is the pathway forward. Opportunity breeds change, and I believe anybody could succeed at this, because no one ever believed that I could do something. as big as I did. And a business like this was what helped me get to the desires and dreams that I'd had in my life. And I live a wonderful, wonderful lifestyle, and I'm grateful for businesses like this and opportunities like this. So please don't let this opportunity pass you by. The world needs opportunity. The world needs leadership. The world needs greens. The world needs more minerals, more nutrition. The world needs nitric oxide. You get to herald that message and help potentially benefit someone, help somebody live a better quality of life, or earn additional income. So thank you for taking time out of your evening or your day and watching this. And thanks for joining us.